Penn State fires James Franklin Sunday afternoon in a huge move that sent shockwaves through college football and the coaching ranks. They fire him after they lose to Northwestern Saturday 22-21 in a bad game. Drew Allar gets hurt in that game as well. And you combine that with the loss to UCLA, which was a really bad loss too. They decide to fire James Franklin, 3 straight losses. Clearly the team, something happened after that Oregon game where they're just not playing well and they decided to move forward. Now, James Franklin, I just want to talk about his tenure at Penn State. There's some ups, there's a lot of downs, and James Franklin, I just want to say, he is not a bad football coach. He's a great program builder. But at the end of the day, he couldn't get Penn State past the barrier to win a national championship or beat Michigan or Ohio State. He was 104-45 at Penn State. He was 64-33 before 2025 in the Big Ten. He won 1 conference championship in 2016, which they went 11-3 and 8-1 in the Big Ten that year, beat Wisconsin, I think in a comeback game if I remember. And then Ohio State, he is 1-10 versus. He is 3-7 versus Michigan. Versus top 10 opponents, he is 4-21. And then versus top 5 opponents, he's 1-15 with the lone win over Ohio State in 2016 when they won the conference championship. In the regular season, I believe that's where they blocked the kick and stuff and scored. So, not the best in terms of the teams they play. When he played a top team, he lost. That's ultimately why he got fired and the bad results the past 3 weeks. But this was just a tipping point. James Franklin coming into the season, they knew what was kind of luring around his name in terms of he can't beat a good team. Now, last year, I thought they had a good season. They had a talented team. They brought a lot of production back. Obviously, they lost Tyler Warren, but that team last year was actually 1 game away from playing in a national championship. So they were really good. Drew Allar actually looked like he was good. He kind of regressed going into this year. They had good running backs. They had a good defense, obviously. They hired Jim Knowles. He kind of struggles. So we don't really know what's going to happen in terms of what Penn State's going to do moving forward. The candidates, to me, don't look great. I'm not going to lie. It looks like Manny Diaz and Matt Rule and John Gruden. Like, if those are your top 3, I don't know if they're a big upgrade over James Franklin, if I'm going to be honest. Because James Franklin, even though he didn't win the big games, he was a guy that you can bet on to win 9-10 games a season. And with Matt Rule, I think he's a great coach. But I think him and James Franklin have a lot of similarities in terms of, I don't know if they're the elite that can get you over the hump to win a national championship. Maybe Matt Rule can. And I think he is going to take this job. But also, another thing is, like, Manny Diaz, I don't think he's the answer either at Penn State. He was a DC there at one point. John Gruden is a wild card. I don't think he's really the answer. So who do you hire at Penn State? Let me know in the comments, Penn State fans, or if you're just a non-biased. Who does Penn State hire to make them win a national championship? Who do they hire to put them over that hump? Because I really don't know. I don't know who they go after. You know, I just don't think the head coaching market is great right now. So if you need a head coach, like if you're Arkansas, who I think Rhett Lashley is going to be in line to take that job, I don't think it's the best candidates, but we'll see.